Ladies and gents, welcome to the first pro game of Regicide Rumble 6. And look at Margugu. He's chatting to people already. I'll introduce the players in a second, but we've got pros now. Some pros don't really use diplomacy. Margugu says, hello, the Goo is a pacifist nation in this game. Feel free to ally me as soon as you can. And then MBL says, hi, I need a team. Ween says, I am peace. And Margugu says, team up with me, and people are all going to ally. But we've got some big money on the line here. We've got some pro players. You can see all their elos next to their names. And we've got Houseboat as the map, okay? So I want to introduce the two players who were invited and rigged into this game first. First, we have C-Bomb. Community game viewers will remember that C-Bomb has won a lot of community games over the years. Now, he was invited in. He won a game in Regicide Rumble 4, or I think was second place in Regicide Rumble 4, excuse me. Then it was invited into Regicide Rumble 5, where he then won a game. Always does very well. So we put him in here with the pros this time to make it challenging. Now, a player who played in their first Regicide Rumble and Regicide Rumble 5 was Ween. Now, Ween... Oh, this is Valis. Crap. Ween is blue. Sorry. And Ween Dinchester won his game in Regicide Rumble 5, killing 4 kings. So he is on the lower end of the elo compared to some of these other players in here. However, he's going to be dangerous here. Now, all the other players, we'll start over here on the left. Like, we've got Hope. Hope is a player from Vietnam. He did play last time. Did chat as well, even though there could be a bit of a language barrier. Here in the gray, we've got Dogao. Dogao, it says he's 2300 elo, but he's well above that. And one of the most accomplished players in this game. He also played and had an argument with Lewis last time. They were in the same game, so we put them back in the same game. We got Lewis from the UK here. He's playing as the Britons in the orange. We got Valis, who's normally a very chatty, or sorry, not a very chatty high-level player. Anytime Valis has ever been interviewed, it's like 1 or 2 word answers. So I'm very curious on what's going to happen with Valis. We got Margugu, who's maybe the chattiest high-level player out there. We'll see if he stays humble today. And he will look to redeem himself from Regicide Rumble 5 defeat. And I know I've kind of bounced all around here, but then we've got MBL, who's probably the biggest name here. He's playing as the Portuguese. And we were a little bit late because he told everyone he was pooping. So let's see how this goes. Look at the chat here. So Hope saying, now he's saying this to everyone, I think, which is a bit of a mistake. But he says, hi, Ween, let's be allies. And Ween says, where are you on the map? And now Hope signals it, but is that not signaling it to everyone? Now C-Bomb goes to Hope and says, just so you know, I can see your chat. Now, Hope's English has improved a lot over the past year, so maybe he knows what that means. Ween says, we are neighbors. MBL says, aren't we all friends here? Now, this is funny. Hope is kind of... He's kind of not following rule number 1 of these games. You really want to ally everyone. Because if you don't ally everyone at the start, they're going to look at you as the enemy. It's okay. He wants to be teamed with Ween Dinchester. That's fine. But you actually should probably ally. So we'll see how that fares for him. Hope also, I think, scouted Dogao and is going to ally Dogao, and now says, hi, Dogao. Yes. And we'll see if Dogao responds. Okay, there was a pause here. Lewis's headphones died. And there was actually a bunch of chat there, which we missed. Dogao said, I'll ally with everyone. I'm a good guy. Margugu said, MBL, we are next to each other. And MBL says publicly, yes, Margugu. Good. Guys, why are they freaking chatting to everybody? The freaking pros, bro. We get so much money in here for one freaking game. They don't do any homework whatsoever. We even have the screenshots. Like, basically gave them a tutorial in the room on how to do it. It said, go here and do this. Oh, I gotta say, it's frustrating, but classic pro players. And that's why a player like Ween is going to be dangerous here. Also, Valis did speak. And Valis, he He spoke to Dogao and said, "Where are you, son?" But they don't know where the others are right now because they don't have shared exploration on. So you have to actually get to feudal age to know where the others are. So this makes this a little bit more interesting for them at the start. C-Bomb, we also had a rule. It was please speak English. But C-Bomb is trying to form an alliance right now. He's trying to get a message across to Hope. Can I get a translator in here? Can I get a translator in here? C-Bomb, what's he saying? Hey, I don't know. Maybe chat can help me. But oh my goodness, he's speaking like he's fluent in the language. He's calling you fat? He's not calling me fat. Actually, it did say P-H-A-T after my name. That means I'm cool though, right? Anyways, $200 for first. 125 for second, I believe, and then 50 for third. Well, I actually need to memorize that because the numbers have gone up. Valis says to Ween, Lewis is on my other side. Don't trust him. And Ween says, me neither. Who you next to? Now, Margugu went over to MBL and said, let's be friends. MBL just said to everyone, hi, Margugu. And now Margugu goes to Lewis and says, hey, we're next to each other. Let's ally and trade. And Lewis says, okay, publicly. Freaking Lewis and MBL are going to ruin Margugu's chances. Margugu's trying to play the game. He's learned. He's playing diplomacy. And he unfortunately is bordered by the two players who are the most clueless with the settings. I feel for Margugu. We'll see if that helps or if that hurts him. And if it was a community game, people would be calling out Lewis, like, who'd you say okay to or something. But that didn't happen. So maybe it's not that big of a factor. We haven't talked about civs yet at all. They're all hitting feudal age at the same time, which is filling up our screen. And let's not forget, this map is not fun to play. Houseboat is rather tricky. You have to transport your villagers around. So actually, I need to take a step back. Everyone in chat say it's all good. I actually am forgetting. I completely forgot the map that was in front of us. And I think that maybe their chat will get much better when they don't have to manage this to the same level. Okay? MBL says, Dogao, aren't you a veteran? Dogao says, I don't play noob modes. Lewis says, Margu, you're dead. And Margu says, it was part of my wall. Okay, so I think Lewis got a little threatened there because he thought his king was about to get trapped. So now he's angry. Wait, is Dogao calling this a noob mode? How dare you? The disrespect. I don't think our sponsor, Forte Strategist, would appreciate that. But we're thankful to Forte Strategist and also Sam T. Thank you, Sam. He said, just tell your viewers you can't say my last name because it's German. Ha 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 ha. It was funny. Very funny. Everyone thought it was funny. Massive walls. Does anyone know? Can someone tell me what C-Bomb said to Hope, by the way? Hope never responded. I'm curious how this goes with C-Bomb because I don't think any of these pro players are going to know his reputation. They will know Ween because he's solid enough elo. Someone told you in chat? Okay, could someone post it again for me? I do believe he complimented your farms. He definitely didn't compliment my farms. I would guess that C-Bomb was trying to tell Hope what to do. Oh, it's pinned. Well, when you pin it, I only see the first line. So can you unpin it? Okay, I don't actually speak Vietnamese, but I want to show you I'm the type of friend who always tries. Oh, wow, okay. That's interesting. A type of friend who always tries. Ween says, hey, Margu, do you trust Lewis? Margugu says, no. Let's bully him. And then Ween says, maybe Valis is in. Do you ask him? Ooh, so Lewis could be sandwiched here. And now there's a wall here from Hope. And Dogao is telling him no. Like, don't wall here. Also, Dogao's $25 king is sitting in the corner right now. And Dogao says we don't want to be enemies. Yes. All right. Lewis is mad at Margugu. Margugu wants an alliance. He says, Lewis, let's team up for real. And then he immediately goes to Valis and says, in to kill Lewis. And Lewis says publicly, 11, you tried to kill my king. Valis says, yeah, I don't trust him at all. Listen, this is how I would view it as a player. if I'm trying to talk to somebody and they're responding to everybody, they're dead to me. I'm not teaming with them. You can't trust them on the basis alone that their messages are going to be spread to everyone. And that's what's happening with Lewis here. And Marguga says, it was a joke. Let's chill and enjoy trade. Lewis needs to realize he does need allies. You definitely need to have alliances here. Unless you just want to go for the kill. Is he about to castle drop Marguga right now? This feels like he's about to castle drop Marguga. Marguga is talking behind Lewis's back somewhat. He's trying to form a team to eventually kill Lewis. And hey, maybe Lewis just wants the easy 25 bucks. Oh boy, there's going to be trouble over here. There's going to be trouble. There's a castle from Lewis. And I don't think Marguga is truly ready for this. He's just booming. And let's see. There's trouble in paradise between these two. Now, this is all because Marguga was walling. And Lewis wandered too far with his king and thought that Marguga was going to trap it. C-Bomb goes to MBL and says, MBL, question mark? And MBL says, sup. Publicly. Naturally. Because why would you ever respond? Now, C-Bomb will tell him to stop doing that because he does it in community games. C-Bomb says, friends. MBL says, yeah, I'm your ally. And after a whole 210 years, Lewis turns on Marguga, and now Marguga is going to need to defend from longbows. Ween goes to Dogao and says, hey, Dogao, hope you want to trade to corners. And C-Bomb says, are we good friends? And MBL says, yes. Longbows are here. Marguga needs to get Loom right now. He is getting it. The nice thing for Marguga is he's Korean, so if he can just get some stone, he could drop a couple towers. He also could make galleys here. But there's a dock coming up from Lewis to potentially take out the starting TC, and the king is actually right there. And now Marguga turns on Lewis, which he didn't do right away. And yeah, I mean, Marguga and Lewis 1v1 is definitely going down right now. King is in the back here for Valis. It's not in a TC, which is maybe dangerous. King is out in the open for Dogao. God, this is stressing me out so much. Oh my God, King's out in the open here. I guess King being out in the open on the starting TC area is fine on Houseboat. But here comes the tower now from Marguga. He's a little late with it, but I think he just didn't have the stone right away. Lewis is trying to speed run this game. And this is the only real conflict that's really happening right now.
Yes.
Now, for those that watched Regicide Rumble 5, and if you didn't, you should probably go back and watch it. Lewis and Dogao were in the same game, and they were fighting amongst themselves the whole time. My favorite part of that game was they eventually tried to ally each other, but they didn't have the chat settings figured out, so they weren't sending the messages to the other. So they both finally actually wanted an alliance, but they never received the message. So you would think, coming into the next year's event, they would realize that, and they would change and like think about using the settings, but no. MBL says, I'm only talking to you right now. I could turn on Marguga. We surround him, and then we ally, okay? Oh! And Marguga says to everyone, kill Lewis, guys. He's all in. Wow, so MBL, he did say in the pregame chat a couple days ago, he just said, Lewis, you're dead. But I think Marguga also made a comment towards MBL. Dogao is saying, C-Bomb, I thought we were friends. Hope is now declaring war on a bunch of people. I don't know why, but he is. And Dogao just doesn't really seem to like that people wall. And Hope says, hi, Dogao and Ween, let's be allies. And of course, he says it to everybody. But MBL is castle dropping Marguga. Marguga is going to need to be saved. Unfortunately, Marguga has just been plopped right in between two people who are not going to work with him. Or so it seems. C-Bomb says, I'm 1600 and we like walls. MBL says, I'll come defend you, Marguga. Actually, he says Margug. And Dogao says, Kwong, we friends, don't castle, brother. And Hope says yes. Yeah, but you're castling. Like, I guess Dogao just feels threatened if anyone walls or castles around him. But that's just going to happen.
Yes.
Let's see. We got Imp on the way for MBL. Are these siege workshops here to help? Margugu says, are you sure about that, MBL? I think he sees the siege workshops in the castle and thinks that this is not here to save him. And MBL says, don't enemy me, Margu. And then Margu is telling Valis, backstab Lewis, free kill. That Margugu needs help right now. He needs that to happen. He needs Lewis to be killed. He needs MBL to be killed because I think MBL is going to come kill him. I think MBL is going to be having way too much fun with this. And yeah, now MBL turns. Oh, I actually feel so bad for Margugu right now. Wait, Margugu allies MBL now? Did he enemy him before? Okay, there's petards coming. There's longbows around. Lewis actually has a pretty decent eco behind this as well. I don't think Valis is going to make a play early. People who attack early normally don't do too well in these games. I actually think that Margugu might need to run. I don't know how you do that, but you might just need to accept your fate real early here and get out of here. What did Margugu do wrong? I'm not really sure. I think he's gotten very unlucky, but $25 is $25. And if MBL and Lewis clear out Margugu, they can trade here and they can be a team, which is a good strat. The C-Bomb says, Dogao, I'll help if Hope attacks. The C-Bomb has really been trying to speak to Dogao and speak to MBL. He's going to have to use some tact there because these players are not your normal Diplo-style player. Margugu's king is in the castle right now. And MBL is ramming him. Margugu needs to try and talk MBL down, I think. Like, that would be my best advice, really. Ween is just chilling. They're trading over here. Like, this is the great long-term plan. Trade up, build up resources, and play for the long game. So, Ween's great. Valis is great. Hope and Dogao, they're all good. But this constant bickering between MBL, Margugu, and Lewis does not bode well for them right now. King is still in that transport ship there for Margugu, but Margugu needs help, and I don't think the help is coming. MBL, 0 Fatorias, just villagers, just fish traps. Ramming down the docks, and there's the king for Margugu. Margugu, you got to get, like... I think you actually have to run through the middle of the map, as horrible as that sounds, and get to someone else's base, and then hope they don't take the $25 kill. He's very uncertain on where to go right now. Yeah, he's coming back into the transport. I think he just saw that his vills could make it this way. He might run to the middle. Guys, does it make sense? Maybe I just do this. Oh, it doesn't let me. Okay, I was going to change their names. It doesn't let me do so. I'm going to speed up a little bit because I think we were a little bit behind live time anyways. But I said to our base, please just make sure they use their actual names. And now Dogao is Doguinho, which is just a second account for him. Hope is a little bit tricky, of course, but I'm sure you guys figure out that's yellow. And he turns on a lot of people again. Now, hold up. We got movement from Lewis. Valis is coming in with a castle, and Lewis is under attack. This is not going to be good for Lewis, because it could be Savar on him, and this could be good for Margugu. Margugu's just going to be able to stay alive, because now Lewis needs to defend himself. Lewis is on the way to the Imperial Age. Here come the docks here from Valis. The king is running to the corner right now for Lewis. But Valis, he didn't say much to Margugu, but he saw this as an opportunity. C-Bomb says, Dogao, I'm locked out of the corner for trade. Can I join your trade line? And Dogao responds with, you walled me, brother. So Dogao's like, you set up the barriers, not me. The C-Bomb is offering to delete his walls so he can have the trade. But working with these pro players is tricky, man. It's very tricky. By the way, MBL stopped pushing. Can we talk about that? He stopped pushing Margugu. So they are still enemies, but they're not really making plays against each other. And a reminder, and there's some Fatorias for MBL, you can actually win with a wonder. So if you get a solid corner, you can win this on your own. We've seen it before. Last time we had Houseboat, we actually had a player build a wonder on their island with the Spanish. And then they went for cannon galleons in their pond. It took 4 players to defeat him. It was a crazy game. One of the craziest Regicide Rumble games we've had. So we could definitely see it. C-Bomb is asking about, like, Hope's situation. Hope now allies C-Bomb. C-Bomb was probably like, bro, I learned Vietnamese for you and you enemied me. And Lewis, just like Margugu, has actually defended very nicely as well. He's got a lot of longbows. He's got halbs prepped. He does lose his water, which kind of hurts. But the players will bend. They will not break at this level. There goes a petard. And just forgotten about. Valis is going to really need to transport around, but he is actually making some cannon galleons from here. And Lewis is just turtling. No real chat. Maybe Margugu will attack him at some point, but that's not going to happen. Margugu just has a navy there to protect his king at all costs. There is one trade route, though. There is one solid trade route out of all these possibilities, and that is with Ween Dinchester. That is with Hope. That is with Dogao. I think Valis will also join. So there's 4 players trading. That's basically it. MBL is not. He's completely walled off from C-Bomb with no gates, has no interest. And now MBL is attacking Margugu again. And that's a problem for Margugu. I don't know why MBL backed off initially. Maybe he didn't think he could really do too much, but he's about to make a play. And I really do think that Margugu's still got big problems here. He does have a castle here, but he can't kill Lewis, most likely. And the cannon galleons from Valis clearing out Lewis's water. This allows him to transport. He's actually making a bunch of petards here. He wants to bust through those walls. But it feels like Valis is kind of capped in what he can do. Because he's got such a big eco, it doesn't feel like he's going to add much more. And now we got siege onagers for Dogao. And Dogao seems to have trust issues. I would say he's got some trust issues. Like, he hasn't trusted C-Bomb or Hope. So we'll see if that means that he'll potentially go snipe Hope. Hope is now dropping a castle in the middle onto Margugu's gold miners. What did Margugu do wrong? What did Margugu do for everyone to hate him? Oh my god, dude. Well, Margugu's gonna make it to Imp. This is what he gets for not being humble, I suppose. There's petards and there's wagons here. Margugu really wanted a king snipe, but Lewis spotted this. And yeah, I mean, Margugu's in trouble, man. I actually feel so bad for him. Pros are so brutal, though. Like, I've seen it so many times before. They just want to kill somebody. They have no sympathy, dude. And they'll be so happy to have killed Margugu. MBL speaking to C-Bomb right now. And Margugu, being the chatty person that he is, maybe regrets that. Because I think this is just years worth of personality. The reason they're going... And years worth of potential shit talk now. Oh, look at this. MBL with the diplo lies. Says C-Bomb, Dogawa's plans to attack you soon care. He told me to attack you, I won't. MBL with some lying? What? Okay. Dogawa did not say that. Now, Lewis says Valis will kill you, MBL, careful. So, Lewis, his only friend is MBL, and I think he's just concerned that maybe the Savar will get there. I'm not really sure about that. Dogao is not going to attack C-Bomb anytime soon. But Dogao has made it seem like he's not exactly friendly because he never opened up the walls. But C-Bomb did get through with the villager to trade. So there is that. And the walls are now down. So Valis can move in with Savar. Margugu is stuck in this little corner. And, oh my god, no. He's trying to talk to MBL, and he's actually he's not sending the message properly. He says, MBL, I have an offer. Take my king as hostage. I fight for you. You give me second place. Margugu, no one's getting the message. You're talking into a mirror. Honestly, though, MBL would just kill your king. So it might actually be good that MBL didn't get the message. We got the message. Lewis now turns on Hope. I guess because Hope was always enemy to him. Margugu is slowly dying. Margugu's just going to think MBL never responded. And MBL just researched treason to find out where that king is right now. He wants the 25 bucks. Hey, 25 bucks is 25 bucks, guys. And Lewis wants it as well. Do you know what's better than getting $25? Getting $25 and stealing $25 from Lewis. By the way, Lewis has still got space problems over here. And Savars could run in. Like, this is still not a comfortable position for him. Margugu's going to have to try and chat again. MBL is making some demo rafts right now. I think it takes 2 demo rafts to take out a transport ship. Hope drops a question mark because he sees the siege onagers, and Dogao tries to say a normal word, and it just... He tried to say misclick. And so maybe Dogao's up to something sneaky there, saying misclick. The king is maybe rangeable by these longbows if it gets too close. But Hope definitely calling Dogao out there with those siege onagers, not trusting him. MBL upgraded his demos. MBL upgraded his demos. MBL's going for Margugu. Margugu sees it. And Margugu will live for now. But now you've got Hope on the other side. And MBL's getting heavy demo as well. Oh, goodness. I think Margugu needs to make a run for it and try and get to Valis. As crazy as that sounds. Because then at least, even if Valis kills you, you feel better about Valis getting the money than the others. I mean, that's probably what I would do. But then when you run, you're abandoning all your military, and it's so tough. Margugu actually got the settings right. He says, Valis, I have an offer. Okay. He's going to say the same thing, I think. Take my king as hostage. I play for you. You get first. So I don't know if you guys know what a hostage is, but it's like a hostage, but you have to hop. Constantly. You can never rest. You can never sleep. You have to constantly hop. And Valis says, okay, son. All right, Valis responds. So let's see if Margugu can make it there to become his hostage. Let's see. Dude, you could... Margugu, you need to move. I think those trebs are going for your transport. Okay, the king is in the castle now. And yeah, Margugu needs to like clear the way. He says, don't kill it. Oh, dude, Margugu, run! He says it's easy first with a free ally. There he goes. Now, MVL was coming and Lewis was coming. Will they notice this and run this down? There is actually a little bit of navy over here for Margugu, so he can actually protect himself. And yeah, Lewis definitely sees it and is going for it. MBL sees it. They're both chasing this down, but Margugu has escaped and will be protected by Valis, I think. I'm not so certain. I don't know. MBL is allied with Valis. And now Margugu's in Valis' castle. MBL's going to say, Valis, open up. Yep. He says, Valis, give him to me. And Margugu says, Valis. He's like, do not. He says, I'm your money slave. I'm your wife. Hope says publicly, Dogao Seaboom, kill MBL. This is chaos. Dogao says you kill. MBL says no, Kwong. Don't do it, Kwong. Oh, man. And MBL gets turned on by Valis. And Margugu is ordering Valis to kill MBL. And it kind of happened. So Valis says takes time to find the right menu. Yeah, so he's talking about the chat menus to get the settings right. Again, pros are clearly not used to it because half the players here are not doing it. And now Margugu is on the run. He says, I reboom, then help you. Okay, but you can't reboom with only a king. You need Vils. He says, I keep my king near your castle so you won't betray. All right. Hey, Hope got the messages. Let's go. He went to the menu. He says, kill MBL. So keep in mind, like, Hope... Last Regicide Rumble, he he did not have, the ability to speak this much English. So he's really improved there. I watch Hope stream as well, and he streams in Vietnamese. But he's a really good player, and I really like how he has like tried to play the diplo aspect with his alliances and whatnot. So here, guys, here's the situation. Lewis and MBL, they could have had a good thing going with Margugu. They didn't do it. So now they don't have a teammate here, and now they're enemy number 1 and number 2. They screwed up, guys. They screwed up. Margugu says, thank you for the resources I can use. Thank you. Thank you, Master. Thank you, Mommy. Margugu, very appreciative here of the resources he's just been sent. And he, his ego's gone down a peg because he's back in the Dark Age, but he's going to be back potentially and be a very valuable asset to Valis here. T-Bomb says, MBL, I'll stick with you to the end for a top 3 finish.
Yes.
Which is an interesting thing. I don't know if he'll actually do that. Let's keep in mind that C-Bomb has more Diplo experience than anyone here, and is the Mongols. And Dogal says, just in case, you my friend, but don't turn on me. I think Hope was signaling something from Dogal again and questioning it. I'm not exactly sure what they're referring to. Ween says, attacking each other is stupid. We should expand first to other side and kill them. Then we are top 3. He's talking to Hope and Dogal. And C-Bomb says to Dogal, I won't turn on you. I would just die. Guys, I have a news flash for you. C-Bomb will absolutely turn on both MBL and Dogal when the time is right. The difference between a 1700 elo Diplo player and a 2800 elo pro player is that they wait till the time is right. They're patient. Unlike MBL, unlike Lewis. Now, Valis, he's going elite War Elephant right now. So he's got a crazy eco. And, it does seem like he's still teamed with Ween, but Ween isn't always talking to him. Are MBL and Lewis trading? No. Their strategy is to have 0 diplomacy and just kill Margugu. So far. MBL does have Fatorias, though. So MBL can actually camp it out, be okay. Here's the stockpiles of the resources. Dogal and Ween Dinchester are by far the wealthiest. So, we'll see how that plays out. But, like, Ween has 93 trade, and no one's really going to think about him as being a threat because none of these players probably watched Regicide Rumble 5 and saw he killed 4 kings and won that game. He killed freaking Andy. He killed a bunch of players in his game and made the finals and was top 3. Valis said, delete your doc. Margugu says, yes, sir. Sorry, wanted to fish. Margugu's doing the right things. Just always listen to Valis. Be very appreciative. And honestly, I wouldn't even betray him. I would want to help him as quickly as possible. And then, like, if you're gonna ever kill him, maybe if it's like the final 2. But this has been... Margugu's very lucky right now. Like, this is a lot of support. He should be dead. So I don't think Margugu should betray. He can, because money is money. And drama is drama, but... Lewis is 14. And he's starting to make a push against Valis, who, again, might not be able to defend if MBO also comes in. Valis might need support from Ween. Ween says, just kidding, Margugu. And I don't know exactly what happened. Maybe Ween was trying to convert some of these buildings here. No. And Margugu's asking if he can get into a transport ship. And Valis said no. Valis said he will not get into a transport ship. So Valis wants to keep him there. Ooh, well, he said hostage. You're not really a hostage if you get to run around in your own little corner. That is a proper hostage right there. That was the deal. So I guess that's true. I think having the cannon galleons on either side is a big thing here for Valis. Margugu will eventually run out of gold. I love how Margugu is trying to annoy and distract Lewis down here with what he can. And Margugu says, Dogal, save me, send a transport. I'm your hostage then. First place easy. Margugu is making a deal with somebody else. And now Dogal at the same time says to everyone, Valis has the easiest $25 of his life. And MBL said he doesn't like free money. Man, Margugu's probably like, stop Stop reminding him, guys. But yeah, that king is just sitting there. Easiest $25 indeed. And here comes MBL now. So Valis is pushing back against Lewis. Lewis having some problems. But now Valis is really going to need to respect the push from MBL. Now Blue was maybe doing something. Valis says, stop it, I need your help. So he's getting a little annoyed with Ween Dinchester. And Ween Dinchester definitely has not been in support here. Let's be real. He hasn't sent any support. And now Margugu goes to somebody else and says, take me as hostage, I play for you. Margugu has offered himself to 3 of the other 7 players as hostage. And here comes Hope with the doc. Hope is trying to get in there too. Oh, they all want the money. Ween says, I help you versus MBL. Yeah, that's what he's asking for. And Lewis now goes to Dogal across the map. He says, send me gold. I can kill Valis for you. Well, Dogal's going to respond publicly here. Dogal hasn't sent an individual messages this entire game. He says, sup, Lewis? He says, oh, you can't kill him? Dadgum. Dadgum. Valis says, we should just kill the 3 on bottom. We 5 versus 3, which is absolutely true. And now Lewis says, I can kill him. He's trash. Well, that's tough talk from a guy who just asked for help. But I appreciate the confidence. Yeah, the issue for Valis is he's fighting 1v2. He needs some support. There's paladins now from Ween. So if Ween actually does support with Palas, I think MBL can't push on his own either. Meanwhile, hold up a second. Dogal is building up a bunch of docks around this island. I think his king is in there. And he's still waiting. Look at this big group of siege onagers and bombard cannons. So if I were Hope, I would be keeping a very... Oh my goodness. Look at the fortifications, guys. Look at the fortifications from these guys. This is what happens when you don't fight. And Hope now allies MBL, Lewis, and Margugu. Hope did complete the dock here. So maybe Margugu has a chance at getting free? I'm not sure. I think Valis might be getting a little frustrated. Because the others are not responding. Valis is like, everyone on the left or top team is who we're talking to right now. Margugu says to Blue, yellow has a dock, by the way, not feeling safe.
Yes.
And Dogal says, to everybody, which still tilts me, Valinius, you the boss. So he's trying to tell Valis to tell him what to do. Here comes Hope. Hope is fighting MBL. So Hope is for the team now. Hope and Ween Dinchester are fighting alongside Valis, which is what he's been hoping for. And this is really where MBL and Lewis should die. Eventually, it'll take a very long time. But they don't have numbers because they only have 2 people on their team. It's not like MBL is very close with C-Bomb. C-Bomb might make a big play at some point, by the way. And Hope researching treason. Again, there's still a dock here. Margugu is trying to take it down with skirmishers and villagers. Margugu is doing what he can to prevent that from being an issue. And the dock actually gets deleted. Margugu is asking Ween for resources. Dogal sends resources to Lewis. And MBL is getting pushed hard. All right. Well, there's a reminder on the resources. Valis says Spain is prepping for Wonder will be tricky. Wow. So he says that. Man, Valis has really brought a lot of strategy to the table here. By the way, I think that's true. This is what happened last time. The Spanish player, they built a Wonder on the island. And then they went 200 cannon galleons to defend it. And you can take the win for yourself that way. And now Margugu says, focus Spain, he will kill us with Wonder. Margugu! Stop barking orders, bro. You're basically dead. MBL says, Margugu, you're already dead. And Margugu just screams it even louder now. And he hits caps lock and says, focus Spain. Dude, Spain is right next to you, Margugu. You don't want to say that. That's not a good play. But, I mean, he is fighting back. He is rebooming. Dogal is telling Hope that he should fight player 1. He should fight Spain because he will monument and win. But Dogal has done 0 fighting. Hope is done fighting. Ween Dinchester's done fighting, and they're all focusing on MBL right now. And eventually Lewis. But Lewis is fighting back a little bit. So he will gain control over this dock, this pond again. So he's one step closer to maybe getting to Margugu. And now Hope says, okay, I kill him. Oh, no way he does. No way he's going to try that. Where's the king right now? The king is in that tower. That would be crazy. Because, like, that gives MBL and that gives Lewis chances to survive. It's still not going to be easy. But, I mean, MBL is still a long way from being dead. And let's not forget MBL could try and wonder. Now, I don't know if he would have read the rules. But he should know because others are talking about a wonder. Whoa, guys! Dogao, for the first time in his life, sends a message to somebody with Diplo chat. He says, Valinia, only with you, brother. Me and you against the world. And Dogao says, I told Hope to attack blue. All right. And Vala says, we didn't kill anyone. It's hard now. I mean, yeah, exactly. How are you going to team with Dogao when he's on the other side of the map? Maybe later. And now Hope says, hi, Dogao. You and I combine until end of game. And Dogao says yes. And Hope says okay. And Dogao says, but we need to kill player one. He is the best civ. Now, I would like to say, Dogao hasn't fought a soul this game. So, Dogao is talking a lot. But he and C-Bomb have not killed anything. And maybe C-Bomb is waiting for Dogao to do something before he makes a move. But, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's a strategy, but I'd like to point that out at least. Lewis says, I enemy them all for you, MBL. And Dogao says, Lewis, you noob. Make defense of your archers. So Dogao got that message, and he's now calling Lewis a noob. Lewis is going to run out of resources, guys. He does not have trade with anybody. But he is making a lot of progress for a player that doesn't have trade. Blue's going to turn on him now. And he says, Lewis, man. Like, if Lewis had any Diplo experience, he should actually go to Valis and offer an alliance and join forces there, too. Like... But he's going to go down fighting, it seems. Hope is now going to Dween as well. It says, hi, you and I combine until end of game. So Hope has made multiple offers to multiple players in the same way. And then Hope responds with okay each and every time. So Hope is beasting. Hope is beasting. I said to Arbase, I was like, I'm not really sure how Hope will do. Like, last time he was using Google Translate, but dude, he's playing the game. And Ween says you may have to be worried from Dogao to Hope. Ween is not suspecting that Hope has made the deal to both players. I love how Dogao is sending resources with tax. Dogao's probably got like 50k gold, and he's still paying taxes. Lewis, are you ever going to try and gain an ally? You said you're going to fight with MBL. You guys haven't joined forces once, really. Blue says, Lewis, you're dead. Lewis is super dead. Paladins, siege rams, elite war elephants. There's no defending from this. And Margugu is still in the game. Still alive. I don't know about well, but he survived the onslaught from Lewis and MBL. MBL as Lewis is not fine says, Lewis, you're fine. Wall, Lewis. These two are horrible at this. I'm sorry. The diplomacy strategy has not been there. The temptation to kill Margugu is just too great. Margugu says to Valis, I'm having decent eco now. We will win this together, sir. Okay. What is his eco now? He doesn't have trade, but he does have lots of vills. He's over 100 villagers. I mean, again, MBL's not able to send support because he's got Fatorias, so he really can't add army. Oh, Hope is still using Google Translate. He says, my English is so bad. Oh my God, he's sending this to different people. My English is so bad. Every time I type Google Translate, it's so tiring. Frowny face. He sent this to Blue. He said this to Gray. Well, that gains me. That gains even more respect for me. Because, again, other people are doing much worse with Diplo. And that might gain a little bit of sympathy as well. Like, they might trust him a lot more because he's clearly trying to chat to them. Dogal says, kill player 1. He's attacking 14. Kill player 1. You go. He's trying to get Hope to make a move on Blue while this is all happening. And now Dogal's going to go to Margugu and see what's up with Margugu. Capture Age is struggling right now. He says, Margugu, watch out with the Siege Workshop. And Margugu says, just passing. I'm not sure what... Oh, this Siege Workshop. Oh, dude, Margugu, what is that? Dogal says, you're not allowed to do it close to my borders. Like, Margugu's barely back alive, and he's already creating problems. He says, it's not your borders, question mark. This is true. It's C-Bomb's borders. And Dogal says, no, my walls are there. And then Hope says, if you keep the formation here, it scares me. I think he's talking about this. I think Hope is telling Dogal this is scary for him.
No.
Lewis is still not dead. Lewis has 0 on gold, except for maybe a relic. But he is still not dead. There might be an army from Margugu here to snipe him at some point. Lewis says, Dogal, they want to kill you, by the way. Saracen kills all their civs late. And Valis says, what is Mongols doing? Which is actually a very valid question. And Dogal is asking Lewis who said that. Okay, so Lewis is lying here. But Dogal might take the bait. And Lewis says C-Bomb. Oh, boy. Oh, he said C-Bomb. C-Bomb hasn't said a freaking word. He says, they're going to take you out after me and MBL. Now, that makes a lot of sense, what Lewis is saying. Honestly. So, it might be believable. God, dude. Guys, I'm worried about Capture Age right now. Or the game, or something. What just happened? Game paused, it says. It's paused in-game. We're good. It's paused in-game. They're chatting. They're using the pause to chat, which is horrible for me. Valis says, I'm attacking from the north. Margugu says, I'll delete that stuff, Dogal. Don't worry about it. Why are they chatting now? This is the chat break? Valis, they have no trade. I don't know what they are even trying. Dogal says, he doesn't matter for our trade. Didchester says, man, we need to stay together. Margugu says, perfect, I'm your sword, to somebody. Dogal, what do you need? I'll give you the resources. He also called Margugu Dugugu, because he wants Margugu to be his vassal. Arbase. Next games, we can't allow this shit. I know you guys can't see it, but it doesn't even show who the messages are going to in-game. It doesn't work for Capture Age in the same way. So I can't change the scene. It will be more confusing than me saying it, okay? Trust me. Capture Age has the way, it's set up.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll like page up a little bit. So like if you want to see some of that, but they chatted a bunch and in-game it didn't show any of it. So Valis is, we missed a lot there. We missed a lot. I'm sorry about that, guys. Obviously can't control any of that. Basically it seems that Dogal is offering / Margugu wants to work with him. Valis is still asking questions about C-Bomb, and C-Bomb needs to protect his king. His king is actually in this tower. Margugu's getting baited. C-Bomb's king is in a tower behind the castle. It's an old community game trick, and Margugu wants 25 bucks, and that is not where the king is. That is a villager. It absolutely baited Margugu. That is not where the king is. And C-Bomb says, welcome to Community Games, Margugu. I am now your enemy. Honestly, respect from Margugu, though, to try. And he allies now. And C-Bomb allies back. And he says, never mind, C-Bomb, misclick, let's ally. Okay, misclick, let's ally. Well, okay, C-Bomb already allied him. So, it was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. I think Lewis might be the next to go down, guys. Lewis is losing a lot of progress here. And again, he has no gold. He has no support. He has no teammates. MBL is not exactly doing too much for him right now. Lewis is receiving resources from Dogal. It's like, that's his plan. And Dogal is sending res. And Hope now oh my god, what the? Hope turns on like everybody? Hope turns on Dogal? What just happened? Hope declared war on who? He declared war on everybody he's teamed with up here. Why? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. Did he try and chat to them? I don't... Everyone's saying WTF. I don't know what just happened. Oh, he allied them back right away. Oh my god, did he misclicked it? Actually? Oh my god, this is a mess. King for Lewis. King for Lewis is going to be safe, but it is... The castle it's in is being attacked. And Hope now enemies Margugu. And now allies Margugu. Oh my... Oh my god, bro. So for those that don't know, there's separate windows. There's the chat window, and then there's the alliance window. And so maybe he's going to the chat one, thinking it's the alliance one, or the alliance one for the chat, and messing that up. People are saying it was for treason. Oh! That's actually pretty smart. If you research treason there to find out where the kings are, then yeah, that could have been an intentional misclick. He says, sorry, I'm changing page to get King Margugu plus Dogal. Oh! He says that to Blue. MBL says to everyone, you can kill. And I have to imagine this is just like words of encouragement for Lewis again. Oh my god. I would love for this to happen for him. It's very unlikely. But I would absolutely love for this to happen. Maybe this is who MBL was talking to. Oh, God. Well, Lewis is aware. And he says, you little rat. He says, you little rat. I saw that. And he thought he killed off Margugu before. He did not. And Margugu will fail yet again to get his $25. Damn. Guys, I'm very concerned about the stability of capture age right now. Lewis says, Margugu, you're an animal. And Margugu is, honestly. I'm really glad Margugu didn't die. He's made this game very interesting. He's an animal in the best of ways. C-Bomb says to everyone but MBL 7 Fatorias, And Dogal, who is yet to fight, says, Quang, look, he's walling. The enemy. Is he talking about Blue's walls? Like, Dogal really wants Hope to fight Blue. He really wants that to happen. MBL, make army, you dog. I was wondering how long it was going to take Lewis to get mad at MBL for not making army. Vala says to Teal, you need to start playing. I don't think nobody else can prevent Spanish Wonder than you, but we need to kill those guys at bottom first. So Valis is actually calling out C-Bomb. And they don't know each other, by the way. Like, you know, most of the players here don't know C-Bomb. He's calling them out. Here comes Ween. Hope has turned on Margugu and researched treason to find out where that king is. It is still in the TC for Valis. MBL says, I'm popped, 11. And then Lewis says, well, no shit. You have 10 Fatorias. MBL laughs and says, feasting. And Lewis just says, good luck, MBL. So, yeah, MBL and Lewis, allies, but not really. Lewis says, would be better if I had a team. Listen, I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but Margugu could have been your team. He offered friendship. And you killed him. Almost anyways. Red says Margugu's trade is getting killed. He's getting really mad. Margugu says, I'm gonna kill you if you keep doing that. And now Lewis is asking for every resource he can. Because he must be out of res. He's on his last stand. This is great. This is great, man. I love to listen to these guys bicker. It's been the perfect mix. We had like aggressive players, defensive players, good teamwork, bad teamwork, great diplo, poor diplo. It's been a great game so far. And we're not even close to finished. An hour and a half in. Lewis needs to die for this to progress, though. And he's not going to die anytime soon. Because, well, he might. He might, actually. Margugu says, yo, Hope, ally me again. Because my trade is dying. And, yeah, I guess Hope needs to do that. And Lewis is begging for res. Margugu really wants to kill that king. Margugu says to Ween, you know the king in Margugu K, I kill his king. So he wants to kill Margugu badly right now. And get the 25 bucks. King is out here for Lewis. Lewis might just camp in the middle, but you can't do that if the docks come up for Valis. And oh boy, Valis is trying to redock right now. And look at Margugu lurking around for that king. That's so freaking funny, bro. He's just looking to snipe the king. He can't build a big army. But he's waiting for an opportunity. The C-bomb. He says, you can take those. And is telling Margugu to move those cav archers away. So that's another sniping force. And there's Lewis's king again. Lewis continues to ask for resources, and MBL sends resources to C-Bomb. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he did not try and send it to C-Bomb. Okay. He now sends it to Lewis, so he screwed up. But how many resources does MBL have? MBL's actually not that wealthy. So that's a decent chunk of resources sent. Trying to keep Lewis alive. But he's slowly crumbling here. I think MBL has been... He has not really been playing for a team here. He's been playing for himself, which is completely fine. And he does actually have 8 Vitorias. Oh my god. So yeah, he's not going to be on the map at all for a long time. Hope is still enemy to Margugu, which makes me think he still wants to kill this. And he says he built it by the sea. I built the dock and he was suspicious. Yeah, this is him using Google Translate. And he's trying to communicate to Dogao right now. But Valis is not going to give up that king. And Valis's king is also in there. So you really have to turn on Valis to get Margugu. Here's a question for chat. If Margugu gets anyone else to agree to like let him be their hostage, is he still alive at this point in the game? Because I don't think so. He chose the right person. I think everybody else would have taken the 25 bucks and been done with it. Valis has actually just let him be and has seen the value in keeping him alive. Lewis says, MBL, you realize you're next, right? And MBL says, doesn't have to be. So, Lewis asking for resources with taunts now. Margugu's even got a navy here. Still desperate to get a taste of this king. I could actually think the players get really angry at each other if someone steals this king. Like, if Margugu snipes this king, Margugu will die. Valis would be pissed. You deserve the money if you're Valis and maybe Ween Dinchester. Margugu's just hoping to steal the money here. Dogao says Mangadai's on the way. I have no clue what he's referring to because he's Saracens. He does have a massive army of Mamelukes and siege onagers and bombard cannons. Like, he's going to make a play. Mangadai's are on the way from C-Bomb. Okay, so C-Bomb's coming forward. That makes sense. And there goes the king. And don't tell me C-Bomb steals it. C-Bomb! First kill of the game! First kill of the game. C-Bomb steals the 25 bucks. Now that is being a little opportunistic rat right there. Oh my god. Valis says, where is Lewis's king? And Lewis is dead. And Ween says, who killed him? And let's see if everyone noticed that. Easy money's in chat. And Lewis is C-Bomb. Lewis, you're dead. You can't communicate them. And C-Bomb says yellow. He's going to put it on Hope. Oh, that's so dirty, bro. Hope is in Google Translate right now. That's so dirty. That's so smart, though. Now, he only said that to Ween and to MBL. It doesn't look like anyone really noticed what went down there. All right. Well, we move on. Ween says, how are you with MBL, Valis? And Dogal says, guys, MBL is preparing for a wonder. He can't live. Yeah, MBL's screwed. MBL says no, question mark? What do you mean no? Freaking camp in here. What do you mean no? He says, maybe finish strongest Civ, Saracens, Mongols, or else you will never win. And Margugu screams in all caps, finish, focus MBL. C-Bomb says to Dogal we can kill him, so they could work together. MBL says, why focus Portu? You dumb? Freaking French baguette. And MBL says, focus the dog MBL. So, yeah, they're gonna talk it out now. The trash talk begins or continues. Margugu calls him a betrayer. I totally get Margugu being mad at him. Lewis died. It's MBL's turn now. They both sandwiched him earlier, and Margugu offered friendship. Valis says, Yellow, you're doing nothing, bro. You want free money. So he is saying this because Yellow wants Margugu's king. Hope says, I only need $25. He's like, I just want that kin kill. And Valis defends Margugu. He's defending him and telling Hope to back off. That is his $25, he's basically saying. C-Bomb says, I thought we were friends. We stick together to top 3. I love how they have all moved on from the fact that C-Bomb stole the king kill. No one seems to know. So let me rank the players so far. I'm going to rank the players in terms of how I think they played the game strategically, okay? You got Valis number 1. I actually think he's played incredible. I think he's too good for his own good, though. I think it's going to be a problem that he will be a target. Valis number 1. I'm going to say Ween number 2. I mean, look at their resources, guys. Their resources are incredible. C-Bomb number 3. And I only say C-Bomb number 3 mainly because he only has 1 kill. Or, sorry, 13 kills. But he has played it smart because he's had to deal with MBL and Dogal on the sides, and he's a much weaker player. But there's not a lot of res left on the map. We're down to 200,000 wood, and it really just comes down to who has trade. Or who has Fatorias. Fatorias is endless, and that's why people were saying they need to kill MBL. He does not have a lot of gold, though. He must be buying stone or something. So, lots of chat here. Lots of chat. I hear MBL deleting Vils. Hope says, MBL plus Kwong plus C-Boom kill Dogal. I love how he keeps calling C-Bomb C-Boom. That's my favorite. I thought that Hope and Dogal would have an issue with each other because Dogal was constantly telling him to stop walling and stuff. Ween says we need to bust down some of his walls so we can reach him easier. He is like a quarter of the map. Yeah, so they're talking. MBL has extended his walls. They're torn on what they do. Oh. Hold on. MBL's moving. Dogal says, they will try to kill me. Prepare, guys. War will begin. And I assume Dogal notices this. Thank you for the gifted subs, Etchage. Thank you for the gifted subs, Prince. Thank you for the primes. And Dogal sees this. And Dogal's going to have to defend himself. There's no problem for Dogal here, though. I just don't know. Wait! Dogal turns on C-Bomb. He thinks that C-Bomb is with MBL, but C-Bomb is not. And MBL says winter is coming. Hope, as MBL has busted down Dogal's walls, says MBL intends to kill you. Very nice ally there, Hope. He has already received the message. Here comes Blue coming in. C-Bomb says to Dogao, I snipe. Meaning he might make a play on MBL while MBL's distracted here. We'll see. Ween shows up to defend Dogao and says, hey, MBL, nice bombard cannons. And MBL says, Blue, you big idiot. He's so mad. He's like, why would you do that? That's funny. C-Bomb says, Dogao friend, I'm attacking. So I think he's trying to say Dogao don't enemy me. Dogao says, you let him come to me. You can't be trusted. So I think Dogao does not want C-Bomb in his base. MBL says, I'm not building a wonder, bro. C-Bomb, Dogao is going on you. I'm your friend. Top 3. So C-Bomb's got a... He's in a tough spot. You got arguably the 2 best 1v1 players in the game, but also arguably the 2 worst Diplo players left in the game. And they're both in need of his support. This is tough. Who you choose? I think I choose to side with Dogao. But he teams against Dogao now. Hope is now going to turn on C-Bomb, and oh god, this is not going to be good for C-Bomb, and maybe even for Dogao. Let's see. I mean, that's a lot of siege onagers and Mamelukes there from Dogao. How are you supposed to kill that? I mean, Ween, Dinchester, and Valis could be coming in support, but it will take some time. Hope as well could be coming in. Hope really wants the money, though. He might try and snipe Dogao, but Dogao's on the island. I don't think this is very good for our boy C-Bomb. Making it a little bit better that he already got the 25 bucks. Siege onagers are going to just absolutely destroy. He does have hussars to snipe the onagers. Feels like Dogao's a little confused. Like he's not expecting Teal to be the enemy because he's losing his SO. I think he's paranoid right now. He might be looking elsewhere. There is progress being made over here, though. Rams taking down space and trade actually from Margugu from this corner. Ooh, sneaky. Guys, didn't MBL just offer an alliance to C-Bomb? And C-Bomb took it. Where's the support? Where's the support? You got a bad deal here, C-Bomb. Saying yes to being teamed with MBL just means you're going to be targeted. I'm seeing a random Cavalier every now and then. But, I mean, this is the game. Moral support is still support. C-Bomb's king is very close by. It is in a tower behind that castle. I wonder if Hope knows about that. And Hope now allies C-Bomb. And now declares war on C-Bomb. Researches treason to find out where the king is. Oh, he's definitely looking for that. He researches treason again. I wonder if he knows, if he can tell there's a tower behind that castle. I mean, Blue is here as well. This could be the end for C-Bomb. He's got too much to focus on. And Hope is going to tell Ween where it is. I bet you he's in Google Translate right now saying it's in a tower behind the castle. That must be a really hard thing to say. It feels like, I mean, he has to save these rats and archers if he wants to snipe. C-Bomb is asking Dean for help. Which might make sense because C-Bomb is the lowest ranked player here. So you might want to support him and kill Dogao. And Ween says, I can't. And the reason he can't is because Dogao's in his trade route, by the way. You can't turn on someone you're trading with, which is why it's so important to set up trade. This is why Lewis and MBL are expendable. It's also why Margugu trading this direction is actually huge, because he can turn on anybody, because it doesn't immediately mean most of his trade dies. And he is teamed and still the vassal for Valis, who's been very silent. But Valis making some progress over on this side against MBL. C-Bomb says, Dopgao, makes no sense to attack me. You kill me every day. And Dogao says you let him pass. Honestly, that's kind of fair. From Dogao's perspective, I understand that. It's like you let him come through, and C-Bomb also didn't warn Dogao. So I actually think that's a fair argument. C-Bomb could always just respond and say, I didn't see it, or I'll never make that mistake again. Margugu is now here, hoping for another king snipe. Everyone's researching treason like crazy right now to try and get C-Bomb's king. And C-Bomb's king... Wait, where is it? Oh my god! Oh, it's in the TC. Look at all the players that are here. Hope is here. Dogao is here. They are hungry. It's king feasting time. And it's still in the town center. And I think Dogao knows. The king is moving. The king is running. The king is running. It's on the move. Will the conquistador accuracy be good enough or not? Who gets the money? Get into your castle, C-Bomb. Get into your castle. Get into your castle. Get into your castle. He's dead. He declares war on blue, which he hadn't done before. He has to save himself against 4 people. Look at them all. Yellow, blue, gray. It wouldn't surprise me to see MBL come in here in a second. There it goes. And Hope gets his money. Hope gets his money. C-Bomb is out. And we are down to 6 people now, guys. Damn. Great job, everybody. And, you know, maybe a little bit unfortunate for C-Bomb, but here's the thing, guys. C-Bomb was not actively fighting a lot of the game, and he isn't trading. He wasn't trading as actively with the other core players, so I can kind of understand it. This is a massive traffic jam here for Hope. Hope got it. And now MBL dies. Everyone says MBL next. MBL didn't support C-Bomb, so that was the only person that really could have supported him. And that's what kind of destined C-Bomb to death, is that he didn't support Dogao. He let MBL go through. Now, Valis is already talking about this. He's saying that Spain is going to be a problem. And I really do think that Ween at some point is going to bring in 50 Vils here. He's going to delete all the rest of his eco, and he's going to try and go for the cannon galleon attempt. Valis seems to be very well aware of that possibility. It almost worked last time against, like, 6 people. Now there would only be 5, and they're not exactly all working together. Margugu says, let's message the others to ally versus Spain. He says, guys in this convo, Valis, Dogao, Quantry, and I. Spain will wonder and bombard cannon ship. This Diplo is so good. This is why Margugu needed to live. He says, we need to kill him after MBL or we lose. What do you say? That's a good deal. That's smart play. That's very smart play. MBL cannot be trusted. He's not teamed with anyone. He's camping in the corner with Fatorius. So they all need to make their move, and then they also should be thinking about what they do after this. So I'm impressed. Margugu is sending some wood to Valis. It's actually a good time. I'll show you guys the stockpiles. There's the res. Wood is quite low for a couple players here. If MBL was ever going to wonder victory, it needed to happen like 20 minutes ago. Now I don't really know what he can hope for. Guys, I know a couple people said add mid king snipe. Guys, we run all our ads we can before a game starts. But ads run hourly on Twitch, and these games can be 3 or 4 hours. So I do literally everything I can. If you have a Prime, you can drop a Prime. There's 0 ads if you're subbed. I'm just doing my best. I feel bad for those that see them. I don't want anyone to be disappointed. I just want to explain that. But thank you. We hopefully have a couple people not getting them because of all the new primes and some of the gifted subs, but that's just kind of how it goes. I either run... Like, I could run 3 minutes right now if you guys want. Instead of it being every once in a while, chat can let me know. And then we won't have them for the rest of the game. If you want me to just YOLO them. But, you know, you might always miss something, unfortunately, so... Hope says again, hi, I kill Magugu. I need $25. You guys want the 3 minutes now? All right. I'm going to run... Let's comp... I mean, all of chat's not going to say this. Thank you for the prime, Ike. Thank you very much. I'm going to run... I'll just do the 3 minutes right in a second, okay? So, prime up, sub up. If you don't want them, we'll get them out of the way because MBL is going to slowly die here. Hope is still going to try and make a play for this. But yeah, let's just run it, guys. I feel bad, but like, should I feel bad? I guess I should. I'm doing my best. I did literally everything I can. So there you go. I love how Hope is very clearly like, yo, give me that money. $25 goes a long way in Vietnam. Give me that money. MBL hasn't said a damn word. He hasn't said anything as he's being slowly pushed back. Oh, it's going to take some time to kill him, guys. But, like, he's got to have a game plan here. He should try and reach out to Dogao or someone for an extra ally. And I don't want to be, like, seen biased towards players. But I really got to say it. I'm happy Margugu lived. Because Margugu tried... Oh, God, the king is out. Why is Margugu's king out? Why is that outside of the TC? Anyways, I'm happy because he is actually diploed. And he was surrounded by the two people who didn't really want to work with him. I think Lewis and MBL really just wanted to have fun killing Margugu. I think that was too satisfying an opportunity for them. Is Valis gonna kill that? I don't know. It could have been either player who ejected it. Either Valis or Margugu. But if Hope sees it, Hope's going to try and get it somehow. I want to see Hope come in with a treb from the shoreline and try and kill that thing. That would be crazy funny. Blue says, can't do it alone, guys. Because there's no more army here to support. And MBL says, any updates? I'm free to help anyone. Okay, that's a good move. That's a really good move for MBL. Hope says, for like the 10th time, Valis Ween, I kill Magugu. Ween doesn't care. Ween says, sure. But it's Valis' king to kill. And Valis last time said, you haven't done anything. You don't deserve it. Like, that's my $25. So, I mean, Hope did tell him. Valis hasn't seen it, maybe. Dogao wasn't really helping here with the Mamelukes. He needs to get in here. Valis, buy me a boat. He wants to use Valis's boat to kill it. Hope, I hope you realize this feels like a bad deal for Valis. That should be his kill. He says, stop it, bro. You didn't even kill him. Why ask? Yeah, he's like, I'm the one who deserves this. I don't think Hope is trying to come off as disrespectful. I think he just sees the king and wants to kill it. It's so funny. Start playing and I will consider. All right, Valis is like, actually fight and I'll consider. Margugu says, do you need res, Dad? And says that to 4 people. And the Mamelukes are here, and the Mamelukes are wrecking the bombard cannons. A lot of Mamelukes will die, but bombard cannons are pricey. And I don't think MBL's Fatorias are enough to replenish 20 bombard cannons. Hope researches treason again. Looking for kings, I'm sure. Knows Dogal's in there. You can't do anything about that. Probably wondering where MBL's is. And they just need a lot of siege. A lot of siege. But MBL's res are at the limit, guys. Having trade and actual economy is better than Fatoria's. It's more pop space efficient. The only way Fatoria's become really OP is when all the res is gone. But there's trade. So... yeah, they're so far away from MBL, it just takes forever to get across the map. And now Hope says, okay, I kill Magugu. Smiley face. Hope, that's not what Valis meant! He doesn't want you to kill Magugu. Like, he might not understand what Valis is trying to say. Valis very clearly was like, no, he's mine. Oh, I love Hope. Hope is the best. We need more Hopes in the world. I see a bombard cannon. Maybe he'll make his way over there. I don't know if you can range it with a bombard cannon. Maybe you can from one area of the shoreline. MBL's going to lose another castle. The elephants are going to push in. The rams are here. Like, he's slowly being broken. And his strategy seems to be to wait until they get tired of trying to kill him, which is a strat. Hope says, I just need to kill one more king. I will stay in top 3, okay? And now Dogao says, guys, Gugu wants to kill us, killing our friend's trade. Oh, he's killing Hope's trade. Oh, I forgot about that. Wait, that must have been recent. Dogao says he should be punished after MBL. Well, I also think that's fair. That also might explain why Hope is so annoyed with Magugu. Valis says, I can kill him anytime I want, but bleep bleep too. Yellow is idiot. He's mad. He must be so annoyed with the constant chatter about taking his kill. Now, again, we know the chat filter's broken, so we don't know. He probably didn't swear with the bleeps there. And Dogao says English, please, because of the chat filter. Listen, if MBL keeps holding and they're already directing their focus elsewhere, he might actually get to survive here. I've seen it before. People just get so tired of trying to break down a player. They then go kill somebody else. Oh, guys, there's bombard cannons. And he says for like the 10th time, I kill Magugu. Dude, Valis is going to be pissed if he steals this kill. Hope you don't want to do this. Oh, and Valis turns! Valis noticed it. And he snipes the bombard cannons. Damn, dude, he is on it. And he's going to probably yell at him. And Margugu says, Quantry, you are still enemy to me. I don't know why you don't ally me, because the trade is bad because of you. And Valis says he's been asking all game to let him kill you. And Margugu's laughing LMAO. Oh. Meanwhile, MBL's still alive, by the way. He's still alive, building more castles. They just can't... They can't all bring themselves to send everything at MBL, and that's what they need. They need literally everything! They need literally everything! There was a treb! Go back! Hope had a treb on the shoreline, and he trebs Margugu's king, and he finally gets his kill. Oh, man, Valis is not going to be happy. And he deletes the treb as well, which is a smart play, so you can just play dumb. I don't know if he'll notice that. Margugu is out. We now have 5 left. And Valis just says, damn. And I wonder if he knows who did that. He might not be able to pick up on who did that. It could have been Blue. And of course, Hope, who's been very chatty, hasn't said anything. Guys, that's 2 king kills. We might see Hope in the king snipe final. It depends. Might see Hope in the final. Hope could win this thing. Hope now says hi. By the way, salutes in chat and stay humbles to Margugu. Margugu had a great game. He had a really, really, really good game. He could have so easily just been killed at the start. I feel bad for Valis. Valis is leaving this game with $0 right now. He's gotten absolutely scammed. Blue says... Oh, Dogao says, Valinius, player 1 wants to turn on you, which is a lie. But he lied and sent the message to Ween. So Ween saw it and said, Valis, don't listen to Dogao. Valis seems to be very scared of Spanish, though. He seems to be very worried about the Wonder, which could still happen at any time. So, Hope says, he says, 3 kings is the final round. Okay? Question mark? So I think Hope thinks that if you kill 3 kings, you get to the snipers final. Which is, he only has 2. 2 could be the snipers final. It depends on all the other games and what happens. 3 would guarantee him the snipers final. MBL has not been broken yet. But Dogao's back here, not moving. Hope is not moving. No one's actually making a play on MBL. And now these guys don't trust each other in the north. Valis says, maybe we can kill player 1. If we get him housed, he can't make cannon galleons in time. What do you think? Dogao responds with what? Hope says, I have killed 2 kings. I will kill 1 more king. You build Wonder. We go to final. Hi, Ween. Okay, Hope's making a plan. I love Hope. Hope is a planner, dude. He's on to the next move every single time. He's basically like, okay, Ween, I kill 1 more. I get Sniper's final. You win with Wonder. You get main final. Boom. Done. MBL's like, I am in no danger. And Ween says MBL will rat us all out. Yeah, honestly, they need to kill MBL. MBL should really be prepping for a Wonder, though. Because, like, he's not killing anybody here. I guess MBL should Wonder once people start fighting amongst themselves, if that happens. And now Yellow says, that's it, MBL. I will kill Valis. I think he's saying after MBL, I'll kill Valis. Like, this alliance of Valis Dogao is quite weird because they're very far away. Dogao says, the problem is Yellow can't be trusted if I leave my base. Yeah, exactly, which is why they can't kill MBL, because he won't leave his base. I mean, Dogao has so much at home, though. Like, Dogao's got 100 population at home. He could send something. But yeah, they're all really scared. I also think that's why Valis doesn't have a lot forward, because they don't trust... he doesn't trust Ween. What a fun game. This is Diplomacy, guys. Thank you, Fly Guy, for the gifted subs. Elvanor, Devorin, Milk Trucky, Captain Kirko, Vito, Enduo. Dude, that's a tough name. Azita Power, and Pup Dog, McPuppers Pups. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you're enjoying this. This is just the first pro game. Dogao trying to make a plan. Hope is research treason. He says, let's try to kill MBL. Then we all kill blue and yellow one by one. That's basically, I think, the deal that everyone needs to be making. And MBL keeps taunting them. I don't know if this is good or bad, but he says, cute fake attacks, guys. I know someone is planning something big up north. Oh, yeah, MBL. He's just sowing the seeds of doubt. And he says, what about your petards up top, Blue? Dude, MBL can't even see it, right? MBL can't see crap up here. But hey, it makes Valis think twice a little bit, right? Because Valis already doesn't trust Blue. So maybe it is true. Sneaky, sneaky. And look, no one's moving on MBL now. Well, Valis is. Oh, man. Hope says, now focus on killing MBL. Then I will kill Valis. You will build Wonder. House. Okay. He wants Blue to agree to this. Blue did not respond last time. And Dogao says, Ween, yellow is a treat for us. And then Ween says, what do you mean with treat? And Dogao says he wants to kill us. He can't be trusted. I mean, Hope has made it very clear that he wants to snipe kings. I think that's fair. He loves king kills. Ween needs to respond to Hope. Poor Hope is just still copy-pasting this message. He's like, Ween, hello? Why is Valis pushing MBL? It makes no sense. No, it makes a lot of sense. MBL is the only one who can wander in a corner and has buildings with infinite res. So they need to kill MBL first, and then they can progress from there. They really just need, like... Dogao needs siege rams from the side, and MBL's toast. At least Dogao has brought his army forward, but he keeps moving forward and then looking back here because he doesn't trust Hope. Hope does have... Oh, dude, would you guys trust Hope? I mean, that might be for protection, but I would feel like that could walk over to my base the second I leave. That's why they're both sitting here. They're both doing the same thing and sitting there with bombard cannons and onagers. They might be stuck. Maybe it's a pathing thing. Well, Valis has built some siege workshops on the side. He was thinking about it, but they only have so much population, guys. But Dogao is 113 army, and how much of that is actually pushing MBL? Not a lot. Damn. Someone asking, is there another game after this one? Yes. This is just the first pro game. There will be 3 more pro games in total. 2 more tomorrow. I think MBL should build up for a Wonder. Just steal the win from everybody. He's about to have the stone and the wood for it. They're already kind of focused on you. I guess the problem with going for a Wonder is that they'll definitely have to attack you, and they have to take risks, which they're not doing right now. Yeah, Ween has 120k gold. Ween is like playing the long term. And that wonder threat is real. Also, 20 villagers inside there could be the wonder builders. Chat, type a 1 if you didn't see the houseboat game in Regicide Rumble 5. I saw Kingston was in chat. Kingston was in that game. He'll be in one of the future games. Okay, so a decent amount of 1s. So imagine 200 cannon galleons in one pond with the Spanish. It wasn't 200. I think it was 100. There had to be 4 or 5 people all converging to try and destroy the wonder against the Spanish player. It's like a legit thing. And it almost worked last time. I think the player who did that was Stone Please. So anything you can use to snipe the wonder is ranged by the cannon galleons. More elephants knocking on the door over here. Ween still never responded to Hope. Hope says, hi, Ween. Now focus on killing MBL. Then I will kill Valis, and you will build Wonder House. I really hope for Hope that he gets a response, because Blue has not been talking back to him. Elephants are knocking on the door again. T90, how does $25 per king kill work with Wonder Win? If someone wins with a Wonder, then the kings don't get paid out. There's only payouts if kings actually get killed. The chat is saying that Blue did respond. Oh god, the bombard cannons are getting completely slaughtered. But I think Seadram is actually the thing they've needed. And they're going to have it now. They just need to move, and then they can get through the wall. MBL will die. It's just this long period where MBL actually exists. Once MBL goes down, this is going to be absolutely insane. Like, this is going to be unbelievable once MBL goes down. Because nobody trusts the person they're next to. Dogao doesn't trust Hope. I guess Hope and Dean might trust each other. But, like, Valis doesn't trust Ween Dinchester at all. Remember, guys, MBL doesn't have, like, crazy resources. It feels like it because he's built a lot. But he's constantly at the limit. He can't defend from this if they actually all attack. He actually is going to start losing Fatorias now, too, which is really bad. And now Seadrams and Paladins and Fire Lancers and Mamelukes all can come in. And this might be the end for the Norwegian. I mean, the Fatorias were the reason he was in this. The Fatorias are getting bonked down by the elephants. And they just need a little bit more coordination on the left. Again, I just don't know. Dogao's paranoid, I think, about getting sniped. And Hope is researching treason again. Hope wants that king kill, guys. I guarantee you Hope is going to swoop in with a bunch of rats and archers the second that king is close to going down. Oh, God. And Ween's taking the water, too. Yeah, MBL's dead. MBL will be joining Lewis in the afterlife, it seems. It took them some time, but they just needed to all commit together. All 4 players are actually here, but all 4 players want the money. And the king is in that castle. If Hope gets this king snipe, Valis is going to be pissed. Because Valis is probably like, bro, I deserve that money because of Margugu. But then again, that's the risk you take not getting the kill. Dogao says, Valis, player 4 wants to kill you. That's actually true. I assume Dogao might have got the message. Maybe he's lying. But I think he did. I mean, he's been saying that to Blue anyways. And Valis just says, yeah. And Valis says, player 4 is going to be the one to die. Dude, look at Hope. Look at him. He's bringing in the cav archers and the bombard cannons. He's waiting for this. He's waiting back here, waiting for that king. He's gonna keep his army alive until the final seconds. Can Hope get another one? The king is in that castle. Here comes Hope. Hope wants a snipe. The king will eject in a second. In a second, and it'll go this way. And who got it? Dogao got it. Dogao actually got it. He got it like right there with the Mamelukes. He was standing right next to it. And so Dogao gets the kill. Dogao gets the $25. And MBL is out. And now everyone needs to leave. Blue actually needs to delete the population on the water. And this is about to get really intense. Will Blue go for the Wonder victory? Will Yellow actually try and kill Valis? Will Valis attack Yellow? They're all on the same side. All their trade is running through there. The only trade that wasn't running on that side this game was the trade from Margugu, which is still running, but Margugu is dead. And now Hope says, okay. He's saying this to Ween. He says, I kill Valis. I have a prediction. Ween is not going to back up Hope at all. I think he's gonna then say, guys, we have to kill Hope, and they'll 3v1 him. But let's see, because he had a plan. I kill Valis, you build Wonder House. Ween is 20 vills in here. He also has his king in a tower. There's a lot of pop. He did delete some of his ships here, or maybe they went down. All their pops on the other side of the map needs to come back over. Dogao does not trust Hope. And let's just... one last look at the stockpiles here, guys. They are stacked. How does Valis have 75k gold and 70k food when he made this many elephants? Now, big reminder. $200 for first place, and you go into the grand final.
Yes.
Shoot, I don't have this memorized yet. I think it's 125 for second and 75 for third. So there is a $75 difference between being fourth and third place. So that's why everyone's talking about top 3. Ween says, let's kill Valis and go top 3. This includes this with Dogao. Valis is speaking to everyone. He's saying to Blue that you have the strongest civ. And now Dogao says they are telling to kill you. So Dogao is definitely on Team Valis. And Hope says, I will kill Valis. You will build Wonder House. That's the plan. That's the plan. So let's see. Valis says, I think it's safe to attack either of them. I mean, he says that to everybody, so I don't know who is getting that message. But Dogao says we need to kill Spain, which I agree. And Valis is saying one of you needs to get player 4 on board. It only works if we all come together. And Dogao says, let me work on it. Okay, so Dogao's going to try and convince Hope. And Hope says, okay, I will kill Valis. You will build Wonder House. Dogao says, hey, Hope, we need to kill player 1. Me and you last. Now Ween says yes to Hope, but now Hope says okay to Dogao. Where are the armies at right now? I want to switch this to military minimap. You can see the blobs of army. It's actually kind of tough with all the castles to see any army. Yeah, that wasn't helpful at all.
Wood, please.
Wood, please. 14. Oh my god, Hope is saying 14. He's going to start it. I kill Valis. And here we go. Dogao says he's going. Good ally. I will feel bad attacking him later. Dogao is saying that yellow is moving? Thinking he's going to attack blue? But Dogao, that's not what's happening here. Hope is going to attack Valis, and then he wants blue to build the Wonder House. Here we go. That's a lot of trebs moving. Dogao says, never mind. I think they are going for you. Does blue have army? Or is blue going to build the Wonder? I'm not seeing a lot of army from blue. That's a lot of trebs. Yeah, and there's elephants here too. Hope has got 130 army. And Dogao says, Valis, they are going for you. I attack him in the bottom. And then he says, we bleep bleep. He's probably, like, we sandwich them. We attack them from behind. Probably bleeped. I'm not sure. But Valis turns on Hope. Hope is going to turn on Valis. What does blue do? There's a lot of chaos right now. Will we see a wonder? He would have to delete the castle for the perfect wonder spot. For the perfect plan. Remember, the king for Valis is inside of his town center in there. The king for Hope is inside of that castle. And they're all going to have a lot more military because all their trade's going to go down. Hope tells Ween to 14. And Ween just turns on Valis. That's what he has done so far. And he's making army. So he's not going for Wonder. Which might be smart, because if you go Wonder right away, maybe they figure it out. He has a lot of resources, so he can fight to support with Paladins for a while. I don't know, guys. I think this is really bad for Hope. I think Hope can't survive against Dogao, and I don't think that he's going to be able to survive easily against Valis either. Hope is actually still allied with Dogao, so his castles aren't even fighting back. And I think he's saying to Blue no. I think he's trying to tell him, or maybe he's saying no to Dogao because Dogao is attacking him. But yeah, Hope's buildings are not firing on Dogao at all. Not that they wouldn't go down anyways. But this is horrible for Hope. Dude, like, this is an insane army. You don't kill this with Vietnamese either. And Dogao says, you started. This is true. Hope did kind of start some of this. But, I mean, let's see if these units get tossed into the meat grinder. I'm still not seeing any signs that there will be a wonder for Ween, which could be his win condition. And that might be his best play because I think Valis and Dogao are going to team against him after Hope is gone. Hope has still not enemied Dogao. And now he researches treason. And man, Capture Age cannot handle this. I will just stop moving a lot. And hopefully nothing crashes here. Dogao turns on Ween after 2,000 years of friendship. So, I mean, Blue should understand. And the elephants are making progress here. So, like, Hope has not made a lot of progress. Like, let's be honest. The two best 1v1 players remaining, Dogao and, oh my god, Dogao and Valis are winning. And here we go. The last stand. This is the Wonder House. Here we go. And Valis is like, yeah. He's like, I saw this was coming. And now all the docks are going to be queued up with cannon galleons. We got the villagers building. This will be hard to stop with 3 players. The only way I can see it happening is if they all work together. But I think Ween can get to the finals with this. He was very patient with this. Valis warned about this.
Yes.
And now Dogao says, yellow, attack player 1. Well, Dogao, you got to stop attacking him. You have to stop attacking him, Dogao. Now, Dogao is building a wonder, which you're never going to beat Spanish, but whatever. And now Hope says, Dogao, you need to kill player 1. You guys have to stop fighting right now. You have to stop fighting. You have to ally. Dogao says, we ally. Guys, I don't know if they can do it. Again, it took like 5 people last time. And we know Blue is probably going to delete every villager that isn't here. You should probably leave some for repairs. Good luck trying to trap this down. But it will be a very long time, so they have time to figure this out. Dogao allies. Hope allies. So they're allied now. And we have a grand total of 85 cannon galleons on the pond now. This is what has happened in the past in this tournament. We had in Regicide Rumble 4 someone win this way. Regicide Rumble 5 someone tried it and lost. Now Regicide Rumble 6 we have it again. 3 versus 1 to kill Blue, and the king is in the middle. So I'll tell you what you do. You coordinate everything you freaking got to destroy the wonder at one point in time. And you all need obnoxious amounts of trebs. It's actually doable, guys. And you don't have to rush it right now. You take out all their houses. You take down all their buildings. You wait until Blue basically has nothing left. And then you can make a play for the wonder. And actually, the fact that Dogao is building his own wonder is kind of sneaky strong, because it's going to take a long time to kill Ween and his wonder. And then Dogao could maybe win it with his own wonder. 119 cannon galleons. Also, like, monks die too fast. Like, this is honestly a really broken unit. And if you have wonder victory scenario, this is exactly how you want to play it. Valis was right. But look at the army coming in from Hope and from Dogao. Also, chat, can we please get the salutes out for Hope and for Dogao to immediately ally? It's also interesting because Hope told Blue to build this wonder. But I didn't expect that this would become a 3v1. I really just thought that, like, it was going to be chaos and an easy win for Blue. Oh, God, the trebs are just gone, dude. So that's not what you do. You need to have the elephants in front and then just hope you get any damage in on the Wonder. But yeah, countdown is on 350 years. And they're gonna build up a lot of siege to try for this. You could see the siege production is there for Valis. And they have to all go at the exact same time. Blue does have a couple paladins here for bombard cannons too, but you got to go for trebs. You can destroy the docks too, actually. That's actually a really good play. Trebbing down the docks from range, you have to be very methodical about this. And also taking down their houses would be very good. Remember, you know, there's not a lot of eco left for these guys. So, like, how much do they have to spend? See, Hope is in a bad spot. Hope has no trade, and he only has 3k gold. So Hope is probably not going to help much. But Dogao, he finishes his Wonder now. Dogao and Valis can. So, does the Wonder work, or does it not here? I'm going to lean towards not, but it's going to be really close. Dogao actually might need to delete. He's got so much pop space here. He needs to get desperate, and he needs to delete this. You need all of that to be trebs. And Dogao says yellow, Kwang, only trebs. And Hope is asking for gold. And yeah, he needs gold for that. And Dogao will send him gold. Now, if Blue wins with the Wonder, second and third place is decided by the score in-game. Which would be Valis. Because he is first place in score, so he would be second. But Valis, Valis is so smart. He says, guys, mass everything. We attack at year 200. I have 25 trebs. Yeah, this is actually how it's doable. Now, the crazy thing is Blue's actually so rich that if Blue saves Vils, even if the Wonder goes down, Blue could actually come back onto land maybe and do stuff. But yeah, they have to attack at the same time. They can't be going in at different times. They have to wait, and they have to pick a time. They have to coordinate. Also, bombard cannons is not a good play because you get outranged by the cannon galleons. You need trebs. He says, you understand? Question mark. I think they'll get it, but I think they're going to have to lose. Like, look, Valis is deleting pop. Super smart. I think they're going to lose a lot of expensive units to get it, but they'll do it. Now, I'm wondering if Blue can do anything sneaky. I'm looking around for military. Doesn't really look like it. Blue's King is in the middle, so killing Blue's King is harder, actually, than killing the Wonder. Because the King is behind the Wonder in a tower. Hope still trying to take down docks, I guess. But they're doing the right things here. You take the castles, and take the TCs, and take the houses. Valis has about had it with these people. He's actually getting annoyed with them, though. He's like, come on, guys, mass up. Like, wait.
Gold, please.
Like, stop attacking is what Valis is probably thinking. And Dogao's sending more gold, and Valis sending more gold. So now he's got a lot of res. Yeah, they're systematically approaching this. They're going to get it done. I think. I mean, this is way more of a coordinated attempt than last time. I think the elephants can tank. And you don't need that many treb shots to hit the Wonder. So if you have everyone coming in with 40 trebs, you probably get enough volleys out. But it needs to happen fast because then Dogao could get to the finals with his Wonder, which was a very clutch call. Other people could have done that. The hope is using the trebs against some of the cannon galleons, not being quite as patient. But it's not his gold anyways, so he's just wasting Dogao's gold, so that's fine. Some people don't appreciate gifts like the others. Someone asking if Blue has spies. He should. He never actually got it, which is incredible. But yeah, spies would have been very realistic with his gold count. It's only 30k gold. He had 100k. TCs give you population space to produce, and then houses and castles. Capture H, hold on for me, please. Do not crash on me. They have trees instead of spies, right? You should be able to do both. You should be able to do both. But, like, spies is 30k gold because, you know, they're all fully popped. Yellow, do Ellie's to bait the cannon galleon fire, says Valis. Smart play. Because the Ellie's at least bait some of that, soak up that damage. I don't think blue can produce anymore. It's about to go down, guys. Valis has 27 trebs. How many treb hits to kill a wonder with no repairs? Like 13? 14? And blue still has some houses around, but he's not producing out of any of these docks. Why not spam light cap to distract the cannon galleons? Well, if you have 60k gold, you should make elephants. Light cap die instantly. Elephants at least tank a couple shots. Yeah, Addictive Me. I've talked to Capture Age a bunch. They're looking into it. I actually removed a lot of my quality settings because I didn't want it to crash during this. So far, so good. Everyone say knock on wood. We're fine. Okay. Are they actually going at 200 years? Are they actually making the move? Ween has been remarkably silent here. We've got gifted subs in chat. We've got lots of viewers here enjoying. Will this wonder stand? Ween needs to have those villagers prepared to repair here. Prepared to repair. Okay, yeah, he's getting them ready. Valis says, please listen to me en masse. Guys, this is the longer this takes, the better it is for Dogao. Oh, man. Dogao should take his time, actually. He says, it only works if we attack at the same time with 200 units. Dogao's like, yup, I hear you, bro. Yup, nodding his head. Yup, I hear you. Yup, I hear you. Like, it'll look bad for Dogao if he doesn't help with 200 units and they don't actually kill. But let's see. Will they make their move? It looks like they are. Kind of. Valis is getting mad. Yellow says Treb Doc, and Valis says, no. Listen to me. He's like, we got to go for the wonder. He says, those docks help us. That's interesting. Those docks help us. He can't move closer. Whoa, I didn't think about that. Ooh, the docks actually help us. Okay. What's Ween gonna say? Is he gonna say, don't forget about Dogao? Yeah. Guys, if you kill me, Dogao will win. Exactly what you should say. Exactly what Ween should be saying right now. He says, maybe try snipes for some easy money. Yeah, nice try, bro. Nice try. That's a good effort. Dogao says 14. Here we go. This is it. The siege onagers are not getting anywhere near, man. They're not going to get anywhere near, but the trebs should go. And importantly, Ween doesn't actually know who has what. He doesn't know the trebs are coming from the right side. He sees the trebs over here. They all need to send units in to tank the cannon galleons and all just literally click the wonder to take that out. Valis is mad. He says, you're just camping your own base instead of trying to kill him. Yeah, Valis is correct, though. Like, he knows Dogao is prepping to defend. Maybe Valis just says, I'm not going to help. And I'm going to let Ween win because then I get second. It's tough, though, because Dogao's doing the right things. Like, this is smart for Dogao, too. Dogao has not really brought a lot forward. In fact, he might have intentionally lost his siege onagers so he can win with that wonder. If this was a community game, I think Valis might say, Dogao, delete your wonder or I don't take Blue's wonder out. If Ween were to win, Dogao would be third. But, like, first place is a lot more money and you get the final. Valis, by the way, $0 this game. 0. He could have been feasting on Margugu, but he chose not to. And he's probably regretting it right now. Here we go. This is it. What can Blue see? He can't see the trebs yet. He could see like one of them. Dogao says go. I think Valis just has to. And they can worry about Dogao later. Look at this, dude. Look at the stampede. Look at the stampede of elephants. If Valis can't do it, this is literally impossible. This is absolutely insane. This doesn't feel like it's a normal game. What is this? Trebs, ballbar cannons, elephants out of nowhere. Everyone needs to be going for only the wonder. Don't focus on the cannon galleons. Focus on the wonder. Take the wonder. A couple of those Trebs got stuck. The wonders for Valis, the Trebs for Valis are going after the wonder. It's connecting. The volleys are connecting. There's also Trebs over here connecting. The repairs are coming in. Is Ween out of wood? Ween is out of resources. He's out of res. There's not many Trebs. There are not many Trebs. There are not many trebuchets hitting the wonder. It's down. And with that, Ween's chances of winning probably are out the window. Now, he still has resources, but all it took, guys, was, I don't know, like 300 Trebs and elephants to take that wonder down. Blue is stuck in a tiny little pond with a couple villagers and a king. Blue could still get second place as long as he doesn't die. If he builds another one, it doesn't change anything because Dogao is going to win now. And Hope is going to turn on Valis. He's going to turn on Valis to try and kill Valis. Oh my God, Hope. No way, bro. No way. No way he's actually doing this. Hope is going to kill Valis as he said he would. And Valis is going to leave with $0. You're kidding me, bro. Is there a transport? I don't think so. That's crazy. And with that, Hope guarantees he's in the King Snipe final. Now Dogao is making a play. Dogao is making a play to kill Hope. And Hope, I don't know what happened. I don't know where his king is. It died. Whoa. That was immediate. We went from 4 players down to 2, just like that. And now, I think we pretty much confirmed that Dogao will probably win. Crazy, dude. So many assassinations just like that. Hope says hi. I kill 3 king. Dude, Valis is not going to want to talk to him right now. The last thing that Valis wants to do is speak to freaking Hope and compliment him on his king snipe. Oh my God. That's absolutely insane. Dogao does research treason to see the king is in here. Hope is confirmed, by the way, to be in King Snipe final. There's no way that he's not. So he'll be able to kill more kings. Ween says, WTF happened. Both dead. Yeah, I can't win versus Saracens. Dogao says, I have no clue how Valis died. Also, if Ween had bought stone, which I guess he didn't have a market, if he was able to buy a lot of stone, he would have actually survived there. Like, that was really close. And he has, look at his res. He has 80k gold. He just didn't preemptively buy stone, guys. So I think he doesn't want to waste our time here. He knows there's no way he can kill Dogao with basically nothing left. So he's kind of disappointed, I think. Valis does call the GG there. He's kind of disappointed in himself. But I think he's going to give the king to Dogao. He could resign. But we would give Dogao the king kill anyways because we want to pay out the kings wherever possible. Valis says, give me the 25, bro. I earned it. Now, I guess he's trying to talk to Hope. We'll see if Hope is still there. Unfortunately, Valis, Hope is not obligated to do that. If Hope wants to do that, he can reach out to us and we can sort that out. Isn't resigning against the rulebook? Yeah. We do have that you're not supposed to resign. But if he were to resign here, we would give Dogao the kill anyways, because obviously Dogao's going to kill this king. So I think Ween is just going to save us 82 years and give the kill here, and I think that's pretty fair. Will be a pretty crazy game from Dogao, because in the end he will have sniped 3 people. and also gotten the win. And listen, he wasn't great with Diplo at the start, but he was a force of nature in this game, and he played very smart near the tail end with his diplomacy. If you would have asked me at the start, I would have said that there was no way... Freaking Ween. Freaking Ween is just teasing him right now. I would have said there was no way that Dogal would have actually had good Diplo after the first 20 minutes. But there it is. And what a finish. Dogal, who's played before. He played previous Regicide Rumbles. He's never made it to a final. Dogal will be in the final amongst all the other winners on Sunday. Now, Ween Dinchester gets second place. Another good Regicide Rumble performance from him. He will not be seen again, unfortunately. No King Snipes for him, but he does get the 125 for second place. Third place would then go to... Actually goes to Hope, right? Wow, that's actually so crazy. Yeah, Hope also gets paid for third place on top of the 3 King Snipes. So Hope absolutely feasting. And then poor Valis is going to get 0. Unless we will have a popularity vote. Someone here of these 8 players can be voted to get an additional $25. We'll do that in a second. Valis killed 2,000 units that game. And also, let's not forget that like Valis supported Margugu, which made this game very interesting. Valis also like kept the squad together in the north to rally against MBL, who is being a pain to kill. People are petitioning now for who people can vote for. Listen, people can vote for whoever they want. We'll start that process in a moment. Valis called out way early in the game what Ween's plan was. He knew. And if Valis wasn't in the game, Ween would have won. Ween maybe should have won had he bought Stone. He'll be kicking himself. But anyways, it was a great call out from Valis. Ween had crazy resources that game. I do got to say, though, it wasn't like Ween was just camping. He was being mobile on the map. He was supporting the teams as well. And there was a lot of Diplo involved, too. So, all right. So we're going to have the memes. I'm sure that will be fun. We have another game to talk about. But first, we have a poll. So here the viewers can now vote for the fan favorite. Now, you guys are voting for any of these 8 to receive an additional $25. You do it by the number, okay? So it's a player number 1 through 8. You see their names there. It doesn't matter what they did or didn't do. You're simply just voting for the player that you'd like to get a bonus for entertaining you or how they played the game. Right now, it seems like there's a lot of Valis votes and there's a lot of Hope votes. This is by far the closest one we've had. In the prior 2 days, this has actually been very, 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 very lopsided. So yes, please, everybody votes. If you prefer to, you can vote. You can change your vote by typing another number. It will eliminate your initial vote. So keep that in mind if you maybe have a moment to think about it and think that someone gets it. I'm going to vote. I'm allowed to, right? I'm going to vote, and I'm going to toss well, I won't say, actually. Well, maybe I shouldn't, because then if people see it in chat, then I'm swaying the vote. We'll wait it out. What's one vote amongst thousands? Guys, great games. We got another game coming up. I'll talk about that in a second, but we've got memes to get to, and we've got setup process going on. Oh, and we also have an interview. There are going to be some players in the voice chat. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, crap. Okay, we've got some. We'll hear what they have to say. We'll do an interview. Looks like Valis gets it. Yeah, dude, Valis deserves something for that game. Valis gets 25. And Hope got plenty of money that game. Margugu didn't, unfortunately. But Margugu, he does end up with the 6% vote at least. Okay, how do I want to do this? Do we want memes after the interview? I think we should do memes after interview. Because I don't want the players to waste more time. Who's all in the voice channel? We got Dogal, we have Margugu, we have C-Bomb, and we have Ween Dinchester here. Okay. I've never done this before.
It's only if I win.
Dogal, congratulations.
What's
How
up?
are you feeling? What were you just saying? Sorry.
Thank you. Amazing. I'm rich now.
And you're not even in the final yet, bro.
Yeah. You can see that.
Were you
Now,
confident going
my
into this?
fiancé will be very happy.
Ah, okay. Was she watching?
Nope. But I scream when I won. so she know I got something, you know. So now she will make me pay next dinner. So everyone is happy.
Everyone is happy. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Margugu, you were next to Lewis. You were next to MBL. How did you feel when you were surrounded by them at the start? And how did you feel when they did not like you at all? I think you need to change your... Get closer to your mic, maybe, or change your mic. I think you might have it set to something else.
You might still be in the toilet with that voice.
Now it's better, no?
Yes, much better, much better, much better.
I mean, I got castle drop in a free-for-all tournament. Twice with MBL. Then, like, this game was a pure nightmare. Like, I'm being castle drop, then I need to sell my soul to Valas to survive. And when I finally get a plan, I'm gonna be like, I took over a lake, I'm gonna build a wonder, I get trip snipe. I can't.
Do you think that, like, why do you think that MBL and Lewis focused on you? Was that a plan before, or was it just, why?
I mean, in this tournament, if you spawn, like, not in a corner, you are an easy target, right? For the trade and such, so... When I spawned in the middle of them, I knew I was in trouble, and so I tried to get on Lewis with Valas, I think it was.
Yeah.
But they just, like, you cannot compete with all-in castle drop on your face, right?
How do you feel? Impossible. How do you feel about the fact that Valas didn't get $25? He's the one who saved you, and then Hope stole the kill.
Well, I asked him, like, give me a shot, like, give me a transport ship so I can have, like, some, you know, I can deal with my king and can manage it. And he didn't want to. So sadly, when I released it from the TC because I wanted to try and escape, and a minute after, like, ungarrisoning it, I died. So, I mean, Valas, I mean, it was great to save me, but then he didn't give me much of a shot.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was happy that you got to play on... C-Bomb, welcome. C-Bomb, you were next to Dogal, and I don't know how much Dogal knows about you. He probably didn't watch a lot of community games, but he decided to attack you. How are you feeling about that?
No. He left his stars to MBL try to kill me first.
Wait, say...
No, that was just one answer.
No. Okay, look, mate, when I was thinking about this game, looking at the names and stuff and making my plans early on, through this week, just thinking about it heaps. I was like, as long as I'm not next to Degao, as long as I'm not next to MBL, I'm sweet. I'm so salty about the TC spawn.
Oh, yeah, you were surrounded by MBL and Dogal, weren't you? So, Dogal, your argument is that he must have been working with MBL to kill you because MBL showed up with bombard cannons?
Yes.
Okay. So
that's why I answer killing him, or trying to at least.
So that's why
I almost sniped C-Bomb's king. Oh,
true. Yeah, Mark did. I forgot about that.
I wouldn't say almost. I wouldn't say almost. It's a bit of a stretch.
I tried.
Okay, hold on.
I saw a second British in this game. I was like, I'm gonna snipe both of them.
Okay, so Dogal, Margugu, and then Ween. You feel free to chime in. Ween, I'll have a question for you. Are you guys aware of who killed Lewis's king?
I have no idea, no.
Dogal? Margugu?
No clue.
I was too busy watching Yellow with 20 bombard cannons in his castles near my base. So I was on stream every time saying, if this guy moves his bombard cannons a little bit closer to my base, I delete my entire army and start making the army my base to try to kill him. He couldn't be trusted, so I wasn't paying attention to anything on the map.
Well, so it was C-Bomb. So everyone else did all the work, and then C-Bomb just rolled in there and sniped the king, and no one had any clue. It was so funny. Ween, you were in the north. Obviously teamed with Valis, teamed with Hope, teamed with Dogal. Did you trust Hope at all? Because Hope was talking a lot more than I expected, and he really did want to snipe people the entire game.
It was kind of difficult because he wrote a lot, and sometimes I felt like he wrote to the wrong person, and I didn't know when he was talking to me, and he always wanted to backstab someone, so I didn't feel safe, especially with his like 30 bombard cannons near my base, or it was his base, but I never felt really safe.
Okay. How early? Go ahead, Margugu.
I said, can you believe, like, I got castled up by Lewis, then by MBL, and when I flew on the middle of the map, the country came to castle up my TC. Like, I was
I
like,
forgot
are
about
you for
that.
real? Like, I was like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, you were yet again, Margugu, completely surrounded by enemies. This Regicide Rumble. I don't know if that will ever change for you.
I wanted to pick Spanish as well, and when Winchester, like, they killed my game, man. I'm so salty to have been sniped by a freaking streb. I had a plan. I built up my base after dying for 1 hour, and suddenly you lost screen, and I'm like, what the fuck? I go back and I can only see the thread dying under the castle. I'm like, Valas, are you not supposed to protect me, bro? What are you doing?
Listen, Hope, you missed this. Hope said like 10 times to Valis the same sentence. I will kill Margugu King. And Valis kept saying no. He's like, no, that's my king. I'm defending him. That's mine. And then like 2 minutes later, Hope, the same copy paste. I killed Margugu. Dude, I have never seen Valis type this much in an entire Age of Empires career. Like, he was genuinely pissed. And then it was Hope that killed Valis. Like, oh my God. It was insane. Final question here, Ween. How early were you thinking Wonder? Because you were banking up res. Valis called it out. I don't know if you heard, but like, was that like from the start of the game?
Yeah, I did, and it was planned from the start of the game. I hoped no of the other pros like saw the video from last time where Stone Please almost defeated them 1v6 or something.
Yep.
And I was hoping maybe I'll wait a bit longer until they are only 3, and then I can do it. But, well, if you forget to buy Stone with 80k gold, I mean, it's rough.
Yeah,
I
dude,
think the Wonder would have stayed up with Stone to repair.
Yeah, I think so. I thought maybe you ran out of wood because I knew you had gold, but I guess they took out your market and it was just too late at that point. So
yeah.
And Dogao was smart. Dogao built his own Wonder. He knew exactly what he needed to do there. When one person built the Wonder. So sometimes it's better to be second place in the Wonder victory than first.
Yeah, I mean, I was confident if we stop his Wonder, I was going to win because my Wonder would be in the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
And then they wouldn't have time left to reach me, right? Because I had the cannons, the galleons, everything.
Yeah.
And then I also was like, the moment we kill his Wonder, I will have my army near yellow already, so I can turn him enemy and then destroy him, right? That's why Valas got pissed as well, because we were camping your bases instead of sending everything to blue.
Yep.
I was like, I need to have 2 armies, you know?
Well, I thought maybe you were also playing defense for your Wonder too, right? Because like maybe both.
Yeah, maybe. My idea was if we can't kill Blue's Wonder, at least I will make another $25 sniping Yellow's King.
Yeah.
You know.
Which you did.
So that was the idea.
It was sick. Yeah, I thought that the last portion of that game was going to drag on, but it ended up ending very fast. Anyways, guys, we're going to review some memes that people made about this game. Dogao, looking forward to seeing you again in the final. Everyone else, thank you so much for playing. Cool. I know not everyone had the same type of game. Looking at you, Margugu, it looked a little more painful for you.
Did I earn something?
But thank you. Anyways, I appreciated watching, even though it was a struggle for you.
Thank you so much for this moment.
Yeah, dude. All right, guys. Yeah. I'll see you around.
It was fun. Thank
you very much.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
See you. Bye-bye. GG.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. I love how C-Bomb said, as long as he's not next to MBL and Dogao, he's fine, and he's surrounded by them. Okay. We move on to the memes. We do have a second game today. I should point that out. There's the list of players on the right side. So they're all getting ready right now to start that next game. I think that was fun, right? Did you guys enjoy hearing their perspectives? I think that's good. We'll try and do that in the rest of the games as well. It's only if the players want to show up, right? If the players don't want to show up and talk and trash talk, they do not have to. This is all meant to be fun. So yeah, let me get the memes together. We have a couple of them here, and dude, that was my favorite game so far. That was so freaking good. Hope was hilarious. Freaking Margugu was hilarious. Lewis and MBL were exactly what I was kind of expecting. I wasn't really sure how much teamwork there would be. Yeah, really fun. Okay, cool. Thank you so much, guys. And again, thank you. I probably missed a couple people who've subbed and supported, but that was a long game. Hope the casting was good. And this is one of my babies, this event. So to have so many people here is sick. All right. Holy memes, dude. We've got way more memes than the previous days. Bro. I think we have an all-timer, guys. I think we have an all-timer. Oh, I can't spoil it yet. One sec. All right. Well, here we go. Start it all off. So for those that missed it, before the game started, MBL was late because he was pooping, and he told everybody that. And then Dogal sent a photo of his dog pooping and says, "I'm late too." So this was how everything started today. If you weren't there for that, it was something. But yeah, there we go. Just zoom in on that a little bit more. All right. In the game then. Oh, this is my conversation on building the wonder. Don't build the wonder with two people, guys. Build the wonder with everybody. That's what this was referring to. I like that. In all fairness to MBL, he wasn't the only one who screwed this up, and he did eventually change his mind. Like, Dogal sucked at first, Lewis sucked with it at first. They all got better with it as time went on. But yeah, the diplomacy chat was not exactly fantastic. Poor C-Bomb was in let's just say he was in a rough spot, especially compared to the average community games. Let's not forget C-Bomb woke up at an ungodly hour to play in this game as well. C-Bomb says it makes Diplo really hard when you have to assume everyone is talking to the wrong person. True. This is one of many memes surrounding Hope, but by far from my favorite because Hope was so freaking funny later on in the game, dude. Just wait for it. That's a good one. We have a lot of them. Chat, how does someone with so much elo play Diplo so badly? Again, they got a little bit better for Hope, a little bit better for Dogal, not so much better for Lewis. I felt like Lewis and MBL just basically insulted each other the whole game and called each other dogs. But I mean, that could be Diplo depending on where you're from. This was good, dude. This was good. Nobody was upset about that because nobody had any clue. C-Bomb came in, he sniped the king that Hope wanted, and that everyone wanted, and he said it was Hope. And Hope didn't defend himself. He didn't say it wasn't me. And no one else really inquired. So C-Bomb gets his 25 with that. That's really good. Okay, Ween, Dinchester, Cav, MBL's bombard cannons. Tonight's we feast. Yes, that was MBL losing a noxious amount of bombard cannons. He must have built like 300 of them that game. There's MBL holding a baguette. And he says, "Why would you attack Porto, you dumb freaking French baguette?" Honestly, the meme itself isn't really that funny, but the chat and the crappy Photoshop and the man holding the baguette is good enough for me. That's funny. MBL at a point, like Portuguese, maybe not as strong as some of the other civs, but he was camping with Victorious, so it made sense. C-Boom, help, I'm being attacked. MBL high-fives him and says, "Sorry, I'm pop-capped." That was pretty much what happened. Like, C-Bomb wanted help from Dogal, and MBL just high-fived him and let him sink. That's exactly what happened. MBL kind of did the same to Lewis. Yeah, true. Same to Lewis. Yep. That was MBL's diplo. All right, guys, just wait. Okay, I have this one twice. Oh, God, flashbang. I get this. You get that. Oh, my God, Margugu's king. Margugu's king. I get I actually don't get it. It had potential, but I'm actually not. It's not clicking for me. I don't get it. I don't get the meme. Do you get it? Say I get this if you get it. Hope is on the right. Oh, it's still hope. Oh, it's still okay. It didn't say hope on it, and I just completely forgot. Okay, fine. Sorry. My bad. Okay, best meme's coming up. I promise you. Best meme is coming up. Maybe not this one. It'll be fine as long as they don't spawn next to MBL or Dogal. Yeah. That did not work out. Things were not fine there. We got to keep it moving. We have another game here. I'm telling you, dude. One of these memes is hilarious. MBL's Navy in theory. MBL's Navy in practice. True. He couldn't go anywhere. He was freaking stuck in his pond. He couldn't go anywhere. He was stuck in a corner. I like that. That's good. That kind of looks like a caravel, too. Okay. Green says, this is where I would put all my king snipes if I ever got one. No, it's too real. Valis, he had the opportunity to take Margugu. Maybe should have done it. That dynamic, though, was so sweet for entertainment. Holy crap. All-timer. All-timer. Best meme we've ever had in Regicide Rumble history. This is an all-timer, man. Hope, I love you, by the way. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Hope here. He diploed better having to copy and paste from Google Translate than other people did without that. I mean, but holy crap. How'd you even find this? That's so funny. Okay, all right. Do we have more? Here we go. I kill Valis, you kill Valis, and you make, and I make the Wonder House a Wonder House. I kill Valis, and you make the Wonder House. And Blue says, I let you die and make a Wonder House. Ooh, that's good, too. That's really good, too. Woo. I mean, in all fairness to Ween, I don't know how he was really supposed to support. Hope is in chat. Hope, we love you, bro. Oh my god. I think we have one more. Oh, what's this? Is this for me? I really wish this had Valis's message where Valis is like, no, idiot. Like, no, it's mine. Because Hope just kept saying, like, can I get it? Can I get it? Oh, man, those are so good. Oh, we actually have two more. And then we have to quickly switch gears into the next game. Oh, my God. That's a good meme. Unfortunately, that came after the previous two. So it's not quite as the same. But everyone knew what MBL was going for there. And then the final one is freaking Hope. They're dead. They're dead together. And Hope has the audacity, the absolute audacity, to say hi to Valis and say, I kill 3 king. Bro. Oh, wait, there's apparently a game chart? I think I should have it then. Oh, wow. What is this? Okay, super official game stats. Margugu's chances at winning. Okay, Margugu's chances at winning. Not so good, but it got better at certain points. Amount of Hope's allies. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Players alive. Okay, slowly goes down. Valis missing out on King Snipes. Surprise Spanish Wonder. Okay. Dogao funding foreign wars. Little bloop. Little bloop. Spicy MBL talk at the highest the whole time. And then I kill Valis, you build Wonder House going up. So good. So good. I love this. This needs to be a new format, guys. Because we had it at the end of the day yesterday. This needs to be a new format. It's so freaking good. I love it. They made it look really nice, too, with the super official game stats. Well played, everyone. Everyone, round of applause for the memers. Thank you so much. Oh, Hope just messaged me, guys. He just sent me his own meme. Do you guys want to see it real quick? Hope just sent this to me. This is from Hope. Don't trust him. Do not trust him. He will kill your king. He is so ready. Hope literally just sent this to me right now. You can see right here from Discord. Holy crap, dude. Hope's a legend. All right. So, guys, we're going to be right back. See you in a couple minutes. We'll return with the second game of the day. Don't go anywhere.